No, 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 no. Cannot compete with BASS Elite Series pros. So let's stop this nonsense right now. Reason number 14 that your next boat should be a Caymas. Our 17-inch running pad. Earl Bentz is an expert in boating performance, and when he considered that today's bass boats have 4 and sometimes 5 batteries, he designed our hulls to be able to handle the additional weight and use that extra weight to improve performance. The result is our 17-inch running pad. Not only will your Caymas handle rough water better than their boat will, you'll also enjoy maximum hole shots and phenomenal high-end performance. Build your next boat by going to CaymasBoats.com. No, 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 no. Weekend anglers, BFL anglers, Bass Club anglers, YouTube influencers, local hometown hammers cannot compete with BASS Elite Series pros, Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour pros, or NPFL professionals. So let's stop this nonsense right now. There have been a couple of videos on YouTube recently that imply that some in the aforementioned groups are good enough to compete with top tournament pros in the sport of bass fishing. This simply isn't true. First of all, let's make sure we all understand that anglers on those tours have qualified to be there, and none of the aforementioned groups can even enter a BASS Elite Series event, a Bass Pro Tour event, or an NPFL event. So the aforementioned groups really cannot compete with those pros. So we understand, I'm not denying that there are not some good anglers out there fishing BFLs, fishing bass clubs, heck, just fishing on the weekends. But to imply that they could compete with tour pros, no, 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 no. They could not. Anglers that have qualified for the BASS Elite Series, the Bass Pro Tour, and the NPFL have endured a qualifying process that is designed to eliminate the pretenders from the contenders. If you have qualified for any of those top-level tours, not only have you proven that you can catch fish at an elite level, you've also proven that you've reached a status of being a true professional angler. To reach that pro tour level, you have to be able to conduct yourself as a successful business person as well as being a fish catcher. In that order. You do not survive the trails if you cannot handle things at the business end of the profession. So, get that notion that because you catch them good on some regional lakes near your house, that you could compete with tour pros. You couldn't. Now, there are some derbies out there where anyone can enter. Out west, we have an event called the U.S. Open. It's put on by Juan Bass, and it's open to anyone that wants to sign up. And I do. I plunk down my entry fee, check the pro side box, and for a few days, I get to compete with the pros. I once finished higher than Rick Clunn. Pretty impressive, huh? Could I compete with Rick Clunn? No way. How's your jig head minnow game? Introducing Ducket Fishing's Sway Minnow System. Not just a bait, an entire fishing system. Perfectly balanced jig heads in several fish catching sizes matched up with the most realistic looking winged minnow baits that you've ever seen. With multiple size baits and jig head weights, you'll be able to figure out the perfect presentation. Check out the Ducket Fishing Sway Minnow System by going to ducketfishing.com. I'm Keith Neiswanger. This is the Bass to Anglers podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you'd like to reach us, please send us a direct message on Instagram at Bass Tour Anglers Podcast. Take care. Be safe. We'll talk to you next time.